Hi, I'm Caroline.
And I'm Ashley.
And you're listening to the Behind the Curtains podcast.
A Camp Caroline special. Hello, everybody, and welcome to...
Episode 2 of the Behind the Curtains podcast.
A Camp Caroline special.
We're going to be talking about...
Marketing
today. All things marketing, all things advertising, and the marketing side of the business we were in.
Yeah, for sure. Especially for us, as we started this, when we were in, 6th grade. We were very limited at first, but we found our ways to get our camp out there and make people know about it and want to sign up and participate. And one of the first things we started doing was making flyers.
So when we first thought of this flyer idea, now I'm just going to speak for myself in this, but I was thinking, you write your advertisement on the paper, Camp Caroline, I'm having a summer camp, this is how much it costs, this is what week, contact me for more details, but Ashley here has a little bit more experience on what it means to market a flyer and what people would want to sign their kids up for. So why don't you tell us about the flyers you helped create, Ashley?
Well, yeah, you really just hyped me up with all that. But yeah, I love creating, love designing things, so I always just kind of took it upon myself to do that for the camp. It was always super, super fun, and I had such a good time doing it. I would just import a bunch of photos. I always kind of based it on, the theme of the show we were doing. Mm-hmm. When we did Teen Beach, it was very beachy and fun, and Descendants was more kind of edgy, dramatic and edgy, yeah.
Purple, yeah.
And Caroline and her mom would work on a little spiel to type up. We would type up
be a little description box,
the description, and then we would march ourselves around her neighborhood and walk up to people's doors or just put them in the mailbox, and we put them in the front of the neighborhood. It was a really great way to get the word out because a lot of the kids who did participate were from the neighborhood where we hosted the camp because, we hosted it at the clubhouse. Really easy transit, easy to get them there. But it really worked out well for us, and we got a lot of campers just by going door to door.
Going door to door. And after going door to door with the digital HB Live-In, because, the flyer was created digitally and then we printed it out, we also printed out on very nice photo paper.
Oh, yes.
So these flyers were, thick, legit. This is not something you just, throw away. This is something that goes on the fridge for the whole year kind of flyer.
Pristine flyer.
The real deal flyer. Also, these flyers also went online everywhere on all the social medias, all the things that we will tell you more about right now.
Yep.
That segues into the first, I guess, social media, biggest thing we had. So, YouTube. YouTube is a great platform. I'm sure you've heard of YouTube before. You might even be listening on YouTube right now. And if you're listening on YouTube, then you're listening on my channel, Camp Caroline. Funny how that works. Yeah, subscribe. But every Tuesday, I created the idea of Talk About It Tuesdays. And this wasn't just a lot of times as camp got closer, the videos started to become more about camp, but I created just YouTube videos about myself, and we would play games with the counselors. I would involve my sister in some of them, and it would just be, a YouTube video that a young teen would like to watch. And it engaged a lot of people, and a lot of people started having questions of, who's this girl uploading videos every week called Talk About It Tuesday? Should we sing the song for them, Ashley?
Oh, yes.
There was even a song that went along with this. It went like this.
Really?
Talk about it, talk about it, oh yeah, talk about it, talk about it, Tuesday. And that opened up every Talk About It Tuesday video for at least 2 or 3 years.
A long time.
And we had, there was Christmas episodes, and everything was planned out to the T on these Talk About Tuesday episodes, and while some of them were silly, some of them were fun, some of them may not have even had really anything to do with camp, the whole point of it was to get the word out and to spread information to the community about what we're doing in this, in
the camp. It was a lot of fun. Even, for me, I was involved in a good portion of it, as well as all the other camp counselors. I think that was another thing that kind of happened, whereas a lot of, like, team and staff bonding. We would do challenges every single year. It was always a big thing to look forward to. We would do our, like, Secret Santa video.
Right.
We would film our annual Goodwill trip video, which we'll talk more about later. It was just a lot of fun.
And as fun as it was for us, it was also super cool that, you know, people would come up to me at school and be like, hey, I watched your YouTube video. It was really fun to watch. And, you know, the parents of campers would be watching it, and it would pull in, you know, campers from around different areas, around different places. And if a friend, like a camper, had gone to camp last year and she was trying to get her friend to come the next year, telling her all about it, she would say, hey, watch the YouTube video and you can see the people that run the camp and you can see what's happening at the camps.
We also even got to post our videos of our shows, as well as, like, we would get, like, a little, like, montage of the whole camp week and how it all went and post that up there. So it was really as informational as it was fun for us.
Absolutely. And then you want to talk about merch that we did?
Yeah.
This was a little bit of marketing as well.
Merch was so much fun. Every year, Caroline would make us new camp counselor shirts. They were always super, super cute, super stylish. And I remember for Inside Out specifically, we all had the different colors of the emotions. I had green. I had disgust.
I was joy. Yellow.
Yes. Of course. And the main color was, like, the navy blue, which
we had those
like
the past couple years.
Color.
We created kind of a brand with the navy blue staff shirts after a couple of years of camp.
And then we even upgraded to some super cool Camp Caroline hats.
Oh yeah, we got embroidered Camp Caroline hats.
Super, super nice.
This past year, that was really cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And even, like, the kids were like, I want a Camp Caroline hat, and it was a huge thing. And also, like, something cool for my friends and my peer counselors to, you know, wear out, and people would say, what's that shirt from? What's that hat you're wearing?
Yeah.
And it would also, you know, get the message across of what we were doing.
Mm-hmm. And then another social media platform that Caroline started up for the camp was Instagram.
Right.
Which we still have, is still active, just to post, like, all the camp memories, all of our rehearsals and videos, and just, like, videos of the kids, like, being silly. Like, we would get, like, lots of clips of them practicing their dance so they could remember it.
Absolutely. And the parents would, you know, be able to watch. We would keep the Instagram updated throughout the day, and the parents would be able to watch how their kid's doing. You know, they want to check in, make sure their kid's safe, and so the Instagram was a good way that parents could watch that on social media after signing social media waivers, of course. And if you know anything about marketing, though, the biggest thing that was the most important was the connections we had with people. So between family and friends, the connections that people grew, and the word of Camp Caroline really, really spread through, testimonials of people, right, Ashley?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, two of my cousins came and participated in camp for 2 years. I had been just begging them to join for so long because they live a little bit further away, but they'd come to see a show the year before, and they were really interested in theater and what it was like, and obviously they've seen me doing theater my whole life, so it was super fun to just share this with them. We also had lots of kids just bring their friends from the next year. And
friends would start coming. My sister had a lot of her friends coming, and then their friends coming. So it just all created a chain reaction of how big this business grew from solely connections. You know, my parents, their friends' kids had kids come. Yeah. It was a whole thing. Yeah. And then the other, I guess this could fall under the marketing business category, would be the financial budget that we had to create.
Yes, that was a super big deal, making sure that we allotted a good portion of the money that we got to donate to a charity of our choice.
Each year we picked a different charity, and we donated about 20% of the proceeds, which was super important to all of us.
Yes.
And the philanthropy part of it. And, you know, the money was never about us earning money, even though each year we did give over a bonus to the counselors and divide it among us. But that was never what it was about. You know, the whole primary purpose of it was about putting on the show. And so, you know, we had the clubhouse rental fees. We bought food. We bought sets. We bought costumes. We bought makeup. We bought hair tools. The year we did Inside Out, we bought wigs for people.
Oh, yes. There was a lot of expenses, and we never... obviously, like Caroline is saying, our biggest priority was putting on the show and making it the best it could be for the kids.
The best week for the kids.
And for the audience to see, so it wasn't about making money as it was about just, like, using the money that we had and, like, spending it wisely to make the best show we could, and then to give back to our community as well.
Right, and budgeting was one of the biggest things, and we'll talk about costuming and stuff like that in a bit, but we try to get really creative and really fun with the costumes, and then, you know, we'd fill in the gaps with the Amazon and stuff like that, so that we would... you know, this was me trying to be nice to my peers, but so that they would get a little bonus at the end, because they deserved it and they worked so hard, and yeah.
Alrighty, so now that we've talked about the business side of running this camp, next episode we're going to talk more about the creative side, which includes writing the show, making the costumes, the set design, as well as casting the show. So stay tuned for next Tuesday.
Stay tuned to hear more about the creative development of Camp Caroline. We'll see you next week. Bye. Guys!